What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Alright, so I want to drop some truths for y'all, and I hope that y'all can just receive what I'm about to say. You know, now I can go in either direction with this video, but I wanted to specifically stay toward men right now. So I'm gonna drop some truths for y'all real quick. Um, So we living in a day and time right now. It's a lot of people that are becoming more, awakened to what's going on around them. You feel me? You got a lot of people that are start to wake up to, a lot of different things. You know, all type of wickedness that's going on in the world. But in this video, I wanted to really speak about men because it's a lot of men that aren't really walking in their calling, their purpose. And I just want to put this nugget out there, you feel me, to add awareness so that, women can be able to pray. Other men can be able to pray. I'm just telling y'all based off what God has allowed me to see and experience myself. And that's why I can say the things that I can say. In case anybody want to fact check me, because I've actually gone through it. So since I've gone through it, I feel like I can tell it, probably better than anybody else can, or the next person can. But yeah, it's a lot of men that they struggling to walk in their calling, their purpose, because they have this certain hindrance on their life, and I'm about to go in detail about it. So without further ado, let's get into it. First off, I want to say it's a lot of men, men and women, but like I said, for the context of this video, I'm talking about men right now. It's a lot of men that have gone through a lot of things, in their life. And, more than likely they probably got a mother wound, a father wound, you feel me? And like I said, let's stick to it just being a mother wound. Men having a mother wound. Let's stick with that. Like I said, there's also a father wound, but let's stick to that. So with the mother wound, there's men that have been mentally abused, physically abused. You feel me? Even financially. You feel me? Even financially abused, and it's like, whereas though it has affected their relationship with others, and or maybe they lack confidence, you know what I'm saying, and have just low self-esteem, you know about themselves. There's a constant thing to pop up, whereas like it's not like every mother that's out there, but it's a lot of moms out there that have been trying to treat their sons or like their husband, expecting, for their sons to, you feel me, provide for them and to put their needs last, you feel me? And also being expected to be there for them, emotionally, financially, physically, you know what I'm saying, all these different ways. And it's like, with all of that stuff, that's what most of, some of the energy is going with. So it's like, I don't know if it's more so in the black community. I don't know if like this kind of thing gets out there to like other different races. I think it does. But I noticed like in the black community, when we talk about, I don't know, I think that just falls under the line of poverty. I don't know, it's like a lot of, single moms or whatever, they look at their sons to take care of them, and all that weight falls back on them. So whatever, maybe they helping they mom, paying rent and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And doing all of that, you become a caretaker. You feel me? You become a caretaker at that point, and that's gonna put more stress on the man. So that way, you know what I'm saying, he can't fully devote his time and his attention to the Lord. It's a lot of men that they not aware to it to tell you themselves that they even know that that kind of thing is there. So if you was to address it, they don't know. You feel me? They blind to it because, like I said, they probably numb to it. They probably prone to it. You feel me? So if you was to say some stuff like this, like you are gonna hear a lot of men probably not trying to agree or, finding a way to, you feel me, like go against like some of the stuff that I'm saying, you feel me? But then you also gonna have some men that are gonna advocate and speak about truth because it is a lot of men, you feel me, that are trying to walk in their calling. They are trying to walk in their purpose. They are trying to, you feel me, like do stuff for the world, make changes. So when a lot of y'all women like, oh, we're all the good men, that like it's a lot of them out here that's either being used, or manipulated in a way. So just be praying for a lot of these men out here because it's hindrances on their life, and the devil, what I'm saying, like he show all these people in the media, but at the end of the day, like it's a lot of good men out here that don't really be shown in the media like that. And it's a lot of stuff that I be wanting to put in the world, but that's why I say it come back into like it being a hindrance on so many men's lives. You feel me? Like a lot of these men probably, maybe they was the scapegoat in their family. You know what I'm saying? They seen a lot and they chose to try to do better for themselves. And like I said, you feel me? Like it's a hard thing trying to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to jump in a different lane when like a lot of people ain't gonna support you. Your family ain't gonna support you when you try to do something else. Or maybe they, like I said, they the generational curse breaker. I would consider myself a generational curse breaker. You feel me? And I done dealt with like the backlash and trying to do things different. You feel me? But at the end of the day, like, anybody have a problem with it, they got to take it up with God. You feel me? But yeah, so yeah, just pray for a lot of these men out here. You feel me? They don't know, they don't know that's what's causing a detriment on their life. It's a lot of men that don't know how to detach. It's a lot of men that have, and hear me clearly, it's a lot of men that have attached their worth to like how much they support their family. You know what I'm saying? That's dysfunctional, and that's a lie, from hell, you feel me? Because at the end of the day, your mom, your siblings, those are all your I mean, that's your earthly family and stuff like that, you feel me? But at the end of the day, you still will have kids of your own someday. You still, like, if you a man, like, you watching this, you maybe want to get married, you still want to get married. That's going to be your family, you feel me? That's going to be your family. And I think that's what people get it misconstrued at. I don't know, like, people getting stuff messed up. Like, it says a man that does not provide for even those of his household, he's worse than an infidel. But as I just stated earlier in this video, I said that it literally also says in the word of God, that's why you can't be confused. It says that a man shall leave his mother and father and shall cleave to his wife. You think it's in God's will? Especially if it's negatively affecting us and we want to do things with our life. God ain't holding us on a chain. He not, you feel me? Like, he not keeping us bound. He might sit us down for some time, but he not keeping us bound. See what I'm saying? So with that being said, you have a lot of men that's stuck in these situations where they in these unhealthy family dynamics. And like I said, by them being a scapegoat, the enemy can use that as to, certain family members may look at this person to be the one out, and they become energy vampires, and they drain the man energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they drain like all of his energy, just his strength, where he could be using it to serve other people out here. See what I'm saying? So really be praying for like a lot of men, because yeah, they need prayer. And a lot of them, if they already didn't find their identity in Christ, you feel me, it's hard for them to detach from that false identity that they've allowed themselves to be put in, or that they've been put in unknowingly. Feeling like they're the man of the man just because they helping their mom or whatever, and that doesn't equate. Like it's not it doesn't make sense. You feel me? Like, I think that certain way of understanding itself, it makes no type of sense. You know what I'm saying? You're a man because God literally made you a man. And if you can't like help your mom, that doesn't make you less of a man. If you can't like put the weight of your brother, your sister, your siblings, or whatever, everything that's being pushed onto you, it is not your job to try to carry that load and carry that weight. At some point, you have to give them all over to God, because if not, that's going to drain your energy. That's going to drain all the strength that you could be using doing what things to perfect your craft, perfect your relationship with God. You feel me? And this is why you have so many men that they not, walking in their calling, they not walking in their purpose. I'm not making excuses for no man. You feel me? I just want to point this out here. I wanted to point it out there because I don't think that it's a lot of people that are saying anything about it, that's speaking up about it. You feel me? And I just wanted to add awareness to it, so that for the women that's watching this, you know what I'm saying, be really understanding and really pray for these men, because their identity is attacked. You know what I'm saying? Their identity is being under attack, whereas though like they trying to figure out. If you got men that don't really know themselves and they trying to figure themselves out, like, yeah, like the devil, like he coming after that. You know what I'm saying? And it's a really hard thing to talk to someone that feel like their identity is wrapped in something that's contrary to God's will for their life. Once whatever root that's already in them, it's already in them. You feel me? The way that they think, the way that they've held this certain understanding for so long, they need deliverance. They need healing. They need people to be fasting and praying for them and interceding for them. This is not things that they cannot see on their own, unless God will open up their eyes and unveil some things. But they need people to be praying for them. And I'm not saying that like men are just weak and just like, oh, really, because I know that women go through it too. But I just wanted to share this because I know that it's a lot of women that be like, where all the good men are at, and it's a lot of men, even men of God. I'm talking about sitting on some stuff. You feel me? Like these are the men that I talk to, that I talk with. You feel me? That I've talked to in the past, and so it's like, I've heard the things they said that come out of their mouth, and when we talking about sitting on a gold mine. I ain't never really met so many people in my life with so much enthusiasm and passion, but with the wrong people that's around them, and not a lot of people like there to uplift them, encourage them, and to support them, it's going to make it very hard for them to thrive. You see what I'm saying? Because it even says in the Word of God, for bad company corrupts good morals. So yeah, you feel me? Like they have to be around like people that's going to support their ideas and stuff like that, and support them and uplift them and pour into them, but that's what a lot of men feel like what makes them a man. They feel like by them taking care of their moms, I guess able to, you feel me, get their mom a crib or whatever. Everybody not able to do that. You feel me? Like, I don't know. Like, that's why I don't really try to, like, listen to everything that be on the internet, because you have rappers telling you, like, you got to do this, put your mom in a crib, do this and that. And it's like, it puts unnecessary stress and pressure on you. You know what I'm saying? Even if, like, I don't even want to say, like, you can do it, because at the end of the day, if we talking about breaking generational curses and stuff like that and trying to create generational wealth, we have it's like a very bad habit. I don't know if this is just in the black community where it's like they look at one person to be the one to help everybody and to be, I guess, the breadwinner, and everybody want to just eat off that hand, and it can't be that way. Everybody will have to. It says, "How can two walk together unless they agree?" Everybody needs to be able to understand the same things. Everybody got to be on the same mind. You know, that's what it means to be fruitful. It's not for everyone to eat off one plate of food or fruit. You feel me? But for everybody to become fruitful so they can enjoy their own fruit or their own labor, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I lost a couple of y'all with that, but yeah, like for those that have an ear, let them hear, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm just trying to add awareness to it, and then I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna go ahead and end the video. But it literally, like I said in the beginning, it states in the Bible that a man shall leave his mother. A man shall leave his mother and father and shall cleave to his wife. But what happens is a lot of mothers use and abuse their own sons, and it prevents them from progressing. You know what I'm saying? It prevents them from progressing in life, and it creates them with a false notion that I'm the man because I'm taking care of my mom. So you see like how distorted like it makes like a man's mind. They don't understand like that's not what makes a man. You're a man because you're biologically a man. You feel me? I don't like when people come online and they trying to like hurry up, because you got to be careful with that, because you're going to attach people to like a false identity and a false narrative, because that's what people going to attach themselves to. So you got so many people like sharing what they feel like what a man is, and y'all got to be careful with that. Because if it's people out here that saying like you got to take care like your siblings, and that's what makes a man, and you coming online and you saying that stuff, you know what I'm saying, you're putting out poison and you're putting out lies. And even though the intent may be good, the fact of the matter is you're spreading lies and you're spreading deception. That's why I said so many people on the internet, and they be saying anything. They haven't fact checked themselves. They haven't did the research, and they didn't think carefully what they said. They just got online. They just said whatever they wanted to say. But that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all gotta take time before y'all just get online and start saying stuff. But then it's like, they sons try to move out or anything. Like if they, if they son try to move out and do better for themselves, it's always either like some backlash. And like I said, for anybody in the comment section that feel like I'm wrong, please let me know if I'm wrong. Like if something like this has ever happened or not to any of y'all. But like anytime a man trying to like, becoming his own, it seems like the mom is the one that has the problem of letting it be so. So yeah, I just wanted to add awareness to it. I hope and pray that more people speak up about it. Yeah. But I just want to let a lot of men know too, if you may deal with this, I want to let you know that your identity does not fall on you taking care of your mom. You are already a man. And that's why I say it leaves you with a distorted mind, because now you thinking in your head like, oh, I'm not a man if I don't, take care of my mom and stuff like that. If your mom is able-bodied, at some point because you can't help everybody. You feel me? You can only do what you can. We all human beings. But once a person gets past a certain age, and once a man gets past a certain age, the only people he should be looking to take care of, really like that, especially when you're not even trying to live in your mom's place, or you even moved out of your mom's place. Like, it is not your responsibility no longer to take care of them, but for your own household, whoever that, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what people get it confused. Whatever household you're staying in, yeah, because that's your domain. You feel me? Your mom's place isn't your domain. If that's like we gotta come out of that, feeling like we gotta, take care of everybody, and that's what I'm saying. Like, at the end of the day, like just a lot of men have to understand their worth too, and I think it's because a lot of men have made to feel like guilty for wanting to feel, their own emotions and stuff like that. Like it's not right because they needs and they wants, it been put on the back burner. So it messes with they self esteem and what they should want. It messes with their self worth because they was in a situation where, you feel me, they self worth or anything that they have value in, it was overdrawn. Like it didn't seem valuable to those that um people that was around. But I'm gonna say that and I'm gonna end it here. Like I said, just to add more awareness, man. Let you let it be where y'all can understand that your identity is in Christ. It's not in, let God reveal to you, who you are. Let God, like, for a lot of y'all don't really understand like what a man is. Like just ask God like what a man is. I don't but don't feel like it is your whole heart and responsibility to take care of your mom, your dad. I don't care. Your siblings, I don't care. I don't care. Because it's like I said, at the end of the day, when you decide that you want to have your own family, you're going to have to come to an understanding of things that are no longer going to be acceptable. You can't always be able to help or be willing to help your mom, your dad, your siblings and stuff like that when God is calling you to do greater things. When God is calling you to help, homeless people or to serve, in a community, to serve in a world, you know what I'm saying? You may not even be in the same city or the same state, but be traveling. So it's like, how are you gonna you gonna keep doubling back every time that your mom or so and so needs you to do something? That's what happens when people idolize each other, and that's what that codependency looks like, and that unhealthy family dysfunction. It stops you from progressing. You feel me? We're not supposed to look at nobody like greater than other than Jesus Christ. Like it don't matter what gifts I may possess or whatever it is that I know how to do. It's not supposed to be idolized or manipulated in a way where it could benefit a person around me. Because if it's gonna come, it's gonna happen regardless. Like I'm gonna help regardless. But when it comes to givers and takers, I know a lot of people didn't heard this saying before, but the thing with takers is they don't have a limit. So you have to set boundaries, because like I said, if not, that's what most of your energy gonna be taken. That's what most of your energy gonna go to. You feel me? And when you can't fully perform like how you want to, it's because you didn't took too much on a load than you were supposed to. And I just want a lot of y'all to gain y'all power back, because I see so many of y'all. I can't tell you how many men out here that I see that be simply like talking like like I gotta take care of my family. Like, no, take care of your family when you decide to have one. Get yourself straight first. And that's what it does too. Like, you can't even be able to focus when you always trying to double back and overly help your family. Give your family over to God, man. Give your family over to them, because it's negatively affecting a lot of men and hindering a lot of men from going forward. Give your family to God and then focus on yourself, because you can't handle both of them. It's too much, especially when it's more than one person. It's too much. It's too much. But I'm out, y'all.